What's going on, Tamers? Welcome to DigiPod, Digital Podcast. I'm your boy Varni, today in the studio with my boys Mike and Dan. What's going on, my boys?
What's up?
What's going on?
Lots going on in our personal lives, so we apologize for this episode coming out late. It's been a wild 2 weeks, almost three for all three of us. Things are better for all three of us though, so that's very, very good. So we have this episode that we're recording tonight, the 3rd of May for y'all, and we do plan to record another episode so that we can get back to our weekly upload schedule on Tuesday, essentially like Monday night, Tuesday for the podcast, and Tuesday night, Wednesday for the video podcast on YouTube. So look forward to that. We are definitely not slacking. we are trying.
Try not to.
Yeah. I was just dying of illness, but we're good now.
And then I got stuck in Texas. I don't know what I'm talking about.
and I guess since we're talking about bad shit, I lost my job.
Boo you suck.
Very, very tragically lost my job and very quickly found another one, praise the Lord. Which I started on Monday, so I am good. That being said, as y'all know from the last podcast as well that we had live streamed, I had also won that regionals with Examon. So off of that and just a couple other discussions between Mike, Dan, and I decided to apply to be a coach on Metafy. If you guys haven't heard of Metafy, it is a coaching platform for all types of games. They had mainly focused on video games, but they branched into some trading card games, Digimon being one of them. Currently, Mario from Mario's Gaming World and Jodobi are both coaches on Metafy.
Primitive Kage as well.
Oh, Primitive's there too. I didn't see Primitive when I was looking. I have to look again. I thought I had seen somebody else. Maybe that was him. But so I applied to be a coach. I filled out my profile and everything. I didn't realize I have actually done pretty decently good.
This guy sucks. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, right.
He got lucky with one regional win. That's it. Everything else is dog. It's crap. Long stop.
Yeah, I mean, are we live? Oh shit, we're live.
We're live?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot to check in before we started recording. Well, I guess this is now a live episode.
Whatever, bro. Fuck it. We're live. We're doing it live.
What it is. I don't want to. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, we're live.
I looked down and I saw in Pachi Twitch, and I was about to say something. I was like, oh, maybe he did it on purpose. I don't know.
Nope. Nope. Well, we're live on Twitch. That means we're also live on YouTube. So yeah. Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, was not expected to be live right now. All right, well, full send.
It's a good thing we're all wearing clothes. I mean, we always wear clothes.
Nah, usually I'm naked and Varni CGI's the clothes on me.
Yeah. Okay. I see Astramus in Twitch chat. Hey Astramus, how you doing?
My guy.
I wonder, are we live on YouTube? Let me just double check that because I don't see the YouTube one live. Yeah, YouTube should be live. I don't know why it's not. But
the goof is real right now.
Rip. On the other part, okay, let's roll with it.
That's funny.
Hey man, gotta do what we gotta do at this point. The show must keep going.
The show
I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not recapping anything. I've spoken too much already. It doesn't look like we're live on YouTube, so that's good. So we're just live on Twitch, and we will just leave ourselves live on Twitch.
All right.
Let's go. We got a little private viewing session for the Twitch viewers now.
So if you guys are here with us
subscribe,
on Twitch. Welcome. Hello. Asherman says this is actually hilarious.
The little private Twitch viewing chat right now. Let's go.
I guess let me just modify our Twitch stuff here and name this episode so that you guys know what we're talking about here.
I don't even know what we're talking about here right now anymore, dude.
Mike, you never know what we're talking about.
Honestly, dog.
Sergeant Soap, hello. What's up? What's
You
going
just
on?
go with the flow and just, you know,
I
answer
really
questions.
do, bro. I just be saying random shit sometimes.
A surprise for everybody. Oh no, it was definitely a surprise. I did not expect to see that notification go live.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post this anywhere.
Well, you guys deserve it, honestly, because you've been slacking. So I
Yeah,
guess a
there you
live
go.
episode was, I guess that's cool.
It's fine. So I'm going to try to do. I mean, I will look at Twitch chat, but we're going to try to keep this episode focused. And try not to derail from our topic. Speaking of, let me get back to what I was saying real quick. So yes, Metafy, specifically metafy.gg, coaching platform. I applied to be a coach. I've gotten a couple vouchers already, and I appreciate everybody who's vouched for me. If you know me, whether by game, personally, or just enjoy listening to me talk about Digimon, and you think that I can be a good coach, I would appreciate if you guys could vouch for me as well. I have posted the link on our Twitter, so if you go to our Twitter at DigiGuard United, you'll see the link there, and you can vouch there, and I'd super appreciate it. If I do get approved, I already have a promo code for our DigiGuard United viewers for 15% off all of the coaching sessions. So yeah, let's try to get it right. That being said, our topics for today's podcast. So basically today it's just going to be locals, and if you Twitch chat can't tell by our title there, it's going to be the Facebook Flame Wars. Because first of all, Kyle, aka Ride My Avatar, gave us this really good idea, and I think it's time we jump on that. But also because I posted a video, we're not going to talk about it too much right now. Let me save it. I won't even say it right now. First, locals. So locals happened on Sunday.
Man, that was a doozy right there for all of us.
It was not a good locals.
Y'all who watched the live stream of locals, thank you. It was a little bit rough because Pokemon had their regionals store championship kind of thing, where there were so many players. They took up all the space.
So many players.
I got there early to set up everything we needed for stream, and I wasn't able to set up, unfortunately. And I also needed to get product for BT12, and I wasn't able to. It's like it was just a complete clusterfuck, honestly speaking. So I set everything up within 30 minutes, which is not the amount of time I needed to actually get things set up. But we worked with it. We fixed it midstream. And we ended on a fairly high note. It was decently well. So yeah, that's that. The next live streams will definitely, I sat there and I redid all the settings afterwards. So everything from now on should be smooth. Every Sunday that I go is the Sundays I intend to stream. But I will not be able to make it some Sundays just because my daughter has soccer practice, or actually games, I should say.
Soccer. Who cares?
Tell him to move the games till Saturday, bro.
Why was it? Tell me why was 11 during the fall, and now they're like, okay, here, let's push it all the way back to 2:30. Like what, bro?
That
People got stuff to do during the day. Let's get it done during the mornings.
Yeah, bro.
My mom would 5.
My mom would have said, "Nah, you're not playing soccer anymore. Sorry."
Yeah. So
we can't do that anymore. Sorry, you're not playing soccer.
This man wants to be a good father. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, who spends time with their children? What the hell?
I should have went to the store and get milk, never return.
It's so I know that we're not. I just read Twitch chat and X Axel Zero said, "Hot damn is Imperial garbage. Took me 3 whole days of games to get the combo." Let me tell you, buddy, I played Imperial this weekend and I got fucking smacked. And I think I'm a pretty good Imperial player. Actually, I'm not like Dan Vang level, but I feel like I'm pretty good at that deck. And I don't like the combo version with the new Davis and the new Dragon mode. So I wasn't playing it. I was just kind of playing old school aggro Imperial. And boy, I thought I was doing great. I won my first game 2-1 against Hunters. I was like, I might have just beat the best deck in the format. We're doing awesome right now. Game 2, I sit down, Swift 2-0 by Red Hybrid. I mean, it was so fast. I think I looked up at the clock. There was 40 minutes left.
Yeah,
I was like, all right. Yeah, I was like, all right, round 3. We're going into this 1-1. And then I played probably the worst matchup for the non-combo version of Imperial, which is Machine Dramon. There was just no... Yeah, he built Chaosmon.
Were you playing the new Pyldramon?
No, I'm not, because I'm not playing the combo version.
Oh, okay.
So I was just playing the 4 of Starter Deck Pyldramon. And then the new Dino B, because the new Dino B is really good. But not good against that matchup at all. That made me rethink my whole life when I was sitting there against that matchup. Because I was like sitting there and like he built the stack and like I'm so stubborn that I wasn't going to concede even though I knew I had literally nothing I could do. So I just sat there for like 40 minutes of 2 games not being able to do anything. Annoyingly, I think I almost won both games, and both times I was like, if I have this one card in hand, I win this game right now. And then I would draw like 16 cards and I wouldn't hit it. And I was like, I lost this game. This is cool. This is a really fun time. So yeah, locals went awful for me. Dan, how'd it go for you, buddy?
Let's go. Wait, Varney, how about you first? No, I'll go. Yeah, we all did bad. It was just an awful day. First actual logos for BT12, and we just
we scrubbed out every single one.
It was shit the bed, yeah, that's for sure. So I went 2-2. I broke even somehow. I played with Digimon, playing like the new stuff. I was kind of like trying different techs that maybe normally you wouldn't see in Digimon, like playing the Raid Metal Greymon, which actually worked, and it was very cool, like to be able to play Raid, play analog made for free, because you can play any 4-cost black or red tamer. So that was kind of cool. The problem was I bricked hard in games. I'm gonna explain how bad this was. So round 1, I played the mirror and I lost 2-0. Never saw Analog Man, and I don't know if it's just like me not playing that mirror match often, because prior to this set, Digimon was kind of like more like tier 2-ish, roguish, you know what I'm saying? A roguish deck ever since EX01 when the deck dropped, right? So I've never ever had the mirror, and I just don't know how to play against the mirror, because I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go aggro, I'll get my Digimon stack going first, boom. And because this happened in regional, the same thing in regionals. Chaosmon me, Digivolve 3, and then I'm over here just like, yeah, I can't do it, and I could never like recoup like afterwards for some reason. It was just, I don't know, it's very weird. So now I'm like, all right, let me try and make sure they get their stack going first. So then boom, they do that. I bring out Chaosmon, or like I could never get to their Chaosmon good enough, so it was like Digital 1 or something instead. And then they went boom, Chaosmon me for Digital 3. I'm just like, I just can't seem to get this matchup. I don't know what it is. But anyways, lost 2-0. Then I played Beelzemon. Here's when the bricks got to me. I lost game 1. Because I bricked hard. I don't remember how bad the bricks was, but I just remember I bricked. Game 2, I won in like decisive fashion. Like I got a Chaosmon out, and he just couldn't do anything. That Chaosmon turned to Chaosmon X, and then GG basically, right? This is the one I'll forever remember. Game 3 happened. My opening hand before Mulligan was Chaosmon X, Deltamon. How did it happen? But the chances, the percentages of that happening is probably like, I don't know, 1%. Like I don't know what the actual percentage.
Gotta be less,
but it's gotta be something that's like miraculously like impossible. So I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna mulligan this, and I mulligan. My hand became Chaosmon X, Jazzamon, Deltamon, Super Eradication Attack. I'm like, all right, cool, I got a decent starting hand, no problem. I ended up going first, so I evo to Jazzamon, I evo to Deltamon. Never started ultimate. I didn't see an ultimate until I had like 1 security left. And that's how it went. And then round 3, I played against Diaboromon. That was a Swift 2-0 kind of. I saw all my pieces there, and against the dog shit deck. You know what I'm saying?
Diaboromon's best deck in format right now, bro.
Yo, you're right. You see EX01 Diaboromon bought out $30, baby. I got best a few. Deck, who wants to buy him? Who wants to buy him?
I got a bunch. Yeah, hit me up.
Hey, I love that deck. I love Diaboromon, period. But it's still not good regardless, even with Quartzmon. And then one of our friends, or more like Mike's friend, left, so I got the win. So I ended 2-2, baby. Let's go. We somehow broke even.
Go. How'd you get the win? Because I dropped.
Nick left.
I dropped after round 3 too. Because that's weird.
Yeah, Nick also left.
I left early to try and drive back to Philly, bro. If y'all live in the Northeast, this rained the last week, bro. Oh yeah, he did leave, bro. This rain the last week has been awful every day. Anyways,
that's a fact. How about you, Varni? How was your locals run?
Bro, like I said, I freaking it was such a dog rush because wait,
but before you start,
yeah,
what deck were you playing?
Raid War Greymon.
Yo, Dan, remember last podcast episode where we said that he sucks at aggro OTK decks?
Yeah.
All right, Varni, continue.
So I get there, right? And everything's full, and I'm like, so now I'm like, okay, not only do I have to set up stream, and there's no space, and I have to decide what deck I'm gonna play. So I'm like, okay, so I go and I get boxes, and I modify Red Hybrid, and I play one match, and I'm like, this ain't it, Chief. This is not me. And so I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I play now? What do I pivot to? And I'm like, you know what? I like Greymon. I like War Greymon. I like Raid War Greymon. I'm gonna play War Greymon. So okay, I put the deck together. Stuff finally clears up, and I just finished setting stream up. I got no playtesting in with this deck. I said, all right, let's do it. I sit down, and I'm playing against Ryan. And Ryan is playing Chaos X. And I'm like, okay, all right. And I win the first game, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't too bad. Raid is good. Like, this is great. Like, I just gotta deal with the early stack. I'm good. He put Chaos X on board the last 2 games, and I was like, how do I deal with it? I can't. Especially as War Greymon. Because you don't typically play the Digivolve Metal Greymon anymore. So it's like, how do I deal with this? And that's the thing, you don't. Because it's going to be deleted, trash the security, and I get to save myself. So I'm like, damn, like, I got to deal with the early stack. So game 3, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to deal with the early stack. You know what the only problem was? I didn't see level 6s to save my life. What are level 6s? Level 6s don't exist. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just lose. So I lose match 1. Okay, whatever. I go and I play Gallantmon. I'm like, oh, okay, Gallantmon. I'm not too afraid of Gallantmon. Gallantmon's cool. I win game 1. All right, cool. Yeah, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Raid is nice.
No. I'm sorry. I didn't know you lost to Gallantmon. No shot. You're playing a deck that has built-in protection, and you lost to the deck that literally doesn't function if it doesn't delete something.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what happens when you're literally, again. I saw Greymon X on the first one, and then I never saw Greymon X again. Like, just straight up. I was like. So, and I'm at the point, because he's smart. He's a smart player. It's Chino. And he's like, all right, I'm just going to push out. So his turn 2 or 3, he's pushing out. He's establishing a Gallantmon. He's saying, if you can't deal with my Gallantmon, then I'm good. And that's what it was. I'm like, okay, I have to push out. So I push out with no protection. I swing over, I get rid of it. But then he has the second stack he was already building up. And then War Greymon can just easily get deleted because I don't have the Greymon X in stack. And I'm like, where is Greymon X? Greymon X is nowhere to be found. Or alternatively, I can't stack Greymon X. So yeah, it was just I won game 1, like I said. This is going to be the reoccurring trend. I won game 1, and then I lost lost the next 2 games. Okay, all right, cool, whatever. Third one, I faced Greg. I won, but like we won't talk about
Oh,
why
yeah.
or how I won.
You're like I won, but at what cost?
he was playing Imperial.
If you lost to Greg, all credibility you had is gone. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're watching, Greg.
He
Yeah, I mean, because at least Gino and Ryan are good players, right? Greg
Yeah.
with Imperial.
Greg?
I'm just playing
Then you
Greg.
gonna shit on my
Man
boy
lost to
Greg like that?
Diaboromon. Lost to Diaboromon.
No, I'm just playing Greg. I'm just playing.
No, but he was playing
nah.
Imperial, and we both weren't finding pieces. Like I kid you not, I sat on Greymon X in Raising for the entirety of game 2. And I played at least 6 different searches amongst Agumon and Red Memory Boost. And I did not see any level 5s. And I was like, okay. And luckily at that time, like I had built up enough that like, okay, I swing the Greymon X, but it has the Sec +1 Greymon. So okay, you know, that gets 2 checks and it lived through the first one, so it served its purpose, and then Rookie rushed the rest of it out. But like between Greg and I, collectively, we searched at least 40 cards total and didn't find anything of what we needed, either one of us. It was wild.
That's funny.
That's basically what happened when I was playing against Chaos Sherman in round 3. I played 3 BT12 searchers for Imperial. I played 2 of the Vmon and then 1 Wormon in the same turn. Ask me if I hit a green level 4.
You didn't.
No. And literally the person I was playing against was like, yeah, man, I had the X Vmon on board and I literally already swung and he gave me like 6 memory. It was 6, like a ridiculous amount of memory. And he was like, yeah, man, I guess just like you win this game. And I was like, yeah, I bet I do. Ha. Bro.
If only, right?
Yeah, if only.
And then game 4, I played. I was so phased out by that point. And I don't even remember who I played game 4 or what I played against, nor whether I won or lost, because I was just so out of it.
Hey, yo, since I had that buy in round 4, I was so bored. I went and bought a box to make myself feel good.
Did you pull anything good?
I pulled. Was that the A Marcus or Shine? It was one of those 2. And then a X7.
That's a good pickup.
It's not bad.
I pulled like 5 Darkness Bagramons.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I've never seen someone get that many bad boxes in a row.
Hey,
I mean,
yo,
bad, right? Like bad is subjective, right? And I only say that because
those are bad boxes.
I only say that, right? Because like normally, like, yes, I pulled the secret, it's lit.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've
Unfortunately,
noticed
the
that
secret's
like
only $2.
yeah, I've noticed that
It
some
dropped out low
sets. Oh yeah, the thing went fucking. I think that some sets the secrets are ratioed higher than alt arts. Like, have you noticed
That's
that?
fair.
Yeah.
Like when I open like a box of BT9 that has Death X as the secret, no shot. I'm always pulling 2 shitty alt arts every single time, you know? But if I open a box like of BT12 which has shit secrets, I'm opening a secret every single case. Or not case, every single box.
I wish we could.
But yeah, probably every. But yeah, also probably every single case I'm opening. Any secret I could have opened, I'm opening it. My boxes were pretty nice though. I got 2 alt-art Marcuses.
A better than I got. I pulled 1 singular Takuya alt art, 2 Imperial alt arts that went straight to Mike. I think that was it. That was on my a Darkness Baggermon alt art. That's $10.
There you go.
So
Yeah, the other alt-art I pulled out of my 3 boxes was a Gallant, and that went to my boy Austin, aka Astramus Prime.
yeah, it was a bad weekend. It was it was a
not a good locals
weekend.
Yeah, it was
But
not fun for any
We
of
did
us.
have a pretty good turnout too, surprisingly. Not surprisingly,
Yeah.
but like
It's a lot
we
of
had
people.
extra people. We had extra people that hasn't been there in a while, and new people randomly.
Yeah.
So it
So
was cool.
it was nice. I guess we'll do a quick Twitch chat here. Captain Soapy says that moment when all the level 5s are in security. Honestly, I wish I could say that. You know where my level 5s were? I kid you the fuck not. There were 3 Raid War Greymon stacked in the bottom 10 cards of my deck. One Raid War Greymon was about 2 to 3 cards away from that. And then my Metal Gray X's were basically right above that. So I just didn't shuffle well. Congrats, Varni. Now you know how it feels playing Imperial.
But you didn't play
then-
Varni. But you didn't play Imperial.
No,
Oh, you
we
mean
were
like
talking
playing
about
against-
The
bricking.
searches, yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
the searching and bricking, and yeah.
My
the
bad.
wildness of it too. I was so bamboozled. Pessimistic says I pulled 2 War Greymon and a War Greymon alternate from 2 boxes. Never played a War Greymon deck, but I think it's finally time. That's exactly what I said about Bagramon. I pulled those Darkness Bagramon, and I was like, well, I guess I'll play Bagra Army, or should I say, Bad Army?
Yeah, I was gonna say the only difference is War Greymon's actually a good deck.
Hey, you listen. I'm gonna make Bagra Army great. Okay, if this Bagramon,
Damn,
I
you
pulled
really
a
about to
Bagram-
take my line. Make Bagra Army great again.
What is it? Make Bagra. So MBA GA.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
Mabaga.
that's my
sounds
plan.
like a
I'm
degree
going-
you get from like one of those fake online colleges.
That's my plan. I'm going to rebuild Bagra Army. I had to build to the first set that came out. It was, it was a fun little deck. But it got some new stuff that could be interesting. Doesn't mean it's going to be that good, but we'll see.
Well, you know what solidified it for me? So I got my prizing from the regionals, and I got a box. Not unfortunately, like a free box is a free box, but they sent me a box of BT11, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I'll take it. I pulled a Bagramon Altar, so I was like,
The
okay.
regional?
Yeah.
They gave you a free box?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get a booster box when you win. I was hoping it would have been BT12, but
Yeah,
like
you
I
were
said,
saying
free box is free box.
Well, it was a BT11
No, it makes sense.
tournament.
It was basically,
Yeah,
it makes sense,
you're
too.
right. But I pulled a Bagramon Alt-Art, and I was like, well,
Hey, yo, that's a fire or I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
is. It's
that reminds me
badass.
of
The Beelzemon?
it reminds me of the Monarch decks.
I was
from
gonna say,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who is the Monarch sitting in the chair?
The
I played the shit out of that deck too.
Avius? Something like that starts with an E, right?
Yeah, Erebus,
The dark Erebus, there you
yeah. Yeah,
I was close.
I hate you, Darian.
happened?
he said, when you win, pushes up glasses anime style. As I just so happened to be adjusting my glasses because they were sliding down.
Yeah.
But yeah, locals was a shit show for DigiGuard United. Not a good showing from us, but we'll come back stronger than ever. Just you watch. That being said, let's talk about the real travesty right now.
Prizing?
The Facebook group. Come on.
Yeah, surprise.
People are stupid. No, people are stupid, all right? Why are people stupid? All right. I posted a video on Facebook. It was supposed to be a comedic video. I don't know why people took this shit so seriously. All this video was a video of this. I don't even know where I put it. It's the shit paper deck box that Bandai sent us. Shit paper deck box. And I put it together, and like at first I thought I had broken it, right? Because when I was putting it together, I was like, is this piece supposed to come off?
Yeah.
And yes, it is.
Yeah. I thought I broke it too. When it got
Right?
mine, I'm not gonna
But the
lie.
instructions didn't make it clear. And then I
Nope.
looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, so it's not broken. So I was like, all right, I put it together. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, this seems so flimsy. So, I double sleeve all my decks. And this was something else that like blows my mind. Like, I know that there are people, the amount of single sleevers are way higher than the amount of double sleevers, but like I didn't realize it was that high because people were like this one comment was like, well, be honest.
Who double sleeves their cards?
Yeah, they were like, who double sleeves their cards? And another one was like, well, be honest and say that you double sleeve your cards. And I was like, well, first of all, it's a comedic video, so chill the fuck out. But second of all, like, who double sleeves
Yeah, I don't know
cards?
why. Like, that was such a question. Like, so many people that I know double sleeve cards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro.
I
I used to be a single sleever, and I got into, I think I started double sleeving all in Card Fight. So like, it's not like it's anything specific to one game either. Like, it's a thing, whether you're double sleeving with perfect fits and character sleeves, or you're double sleeving with character sleeves and over sleeves to protect the character sleeves. Like, double sleeving is definitely a thing. The way that I double sleeve is I have perfect fits and then character sleeves. So I tried putting that in the deck box, and obviously, I mean, I could tell just from the size of the deck box that it wasn't gonna fit. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, what purpose does this serve? Like, this is really something that they're giving out. So I recorded a video. I was like, and at first it was just a video for the boys. I was just like trying to fit the cards in, and then I got fed up with it and I crushed a deck box. And I thought it was funny. So I went and I posted it on the Facebook group, and oh my lordy, I did not know I would cause such.
You started a
You
war,
started a
baby.
shitstorm, dude.
Bruh, it was so bad. Like, that was like, I've seen a couple posts about like the deck boxes, but I hadn't seen any videos. So I was like, all right, I'll post a video. I'll post a little comedic thing about it. Bro, since then, I have seen at least 5 more videos. I've seen at least 10 posts about deck boxes. It's absolutely wild. And some of these people, I'm not gonna lie, they're
You're getting ragged on in some of those posts, bro.
Let me say something real quick. Like, who gives a F if there's like, you know, such a, I don't even know how to say it, like, it was clearly a joke, right? It was meant to be funny, and y'all took that shit like it was like your own deck box that got crushed and like your heart got broken. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the one guy was like, I hope you damaged a card doing this. And I was like, yeah, I definitely damaged my 300, my mystical $300 gold Mastimon that I would have left in the deck box. Yeah,
like, bro, I was like, there's no way y'all really this serious about it. And like, for example, one person said, how ignorant of you to be like so extra about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how ignorant of you thinking that this is a good pricing too. Like, for the people that were like talking about, oh, this is good pricing, blah, blah, blah. This is trash. Like, let's be real. I got, hold on, wait. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
If they would have done these plastic ones, this is acceptable if they told me that. But that garbage ass cardboard small ass deck box ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, one dude posted about it, right? What did he say? He said something about like, I paid $30 for the tournament, not for the participation. This is good participation, something like that, right? And then so some people flamed him about it, blah blah blah. But it's like, how are you okay with this garbage ass, bro? This is a sleeve box, and this is probably better than that garbage we got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is like, I'm about to name drop people and go on Facebook and like, yo, you're a dumbass. You're stupid. Like, come on. Like, you can't be serious about this.
This is a double sleeved deck. If you can't tell by the inner sleeves here, I have an entire double sleeve deck that fits just snugly into this deck box. Yes, I have to push it together just a little bit, but that's fine. I like it better that way anyways, so they don't fall all apart. Fits perfectly into this deck box. No shot.
Facts.
I couldn't do that with that paper deck box. That paper deck box was too thin, and it could take no stress, lest you end up ripping the seams of the actual deck box because it's paper.
That deck box looked like it was like, like, I don't even know, like, you drop it, it's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the point. What is the point of a deck box?
Yeah,
to protect your cards.
To protect your cards. And even like you were saying, Dan, bro, what I cannot believe the amount of people just dick riding for Bandai, bro. Like, yo, you guys realize that if you don't say anything about the shit pricing, they're gonna keep giving us shit pricing, right? And I get that some of you losers are okay with getting a paper deck box for $30, but like that is absolute trash, especially if you are placing high in a tournament. If you won a regional like Varni just did, and they sent me a paper deck box, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like I get it, it's participation. Like I get it, it's participation. But like you telling me, for example, right? We could probably do the math right now, right? It's 512 people, right? 512 times $30. That's $15,360 just off of that. And you telling me they can't make us like they probably cost what, maybe $1? Like
you telling me they couldn't have
the shipping cost of this doesn't fit into a package.
Like, nah, bro, you're telling me they couldn't have given everyone an Ultra Pro deck box that costs $3, bro?
I would rather have the Ultra Pro.
I would have preferred the Ultra Pro for sure.
That's what I mean.
I use those. Like everybody uses those because like, they're decent enough.
You couldn't have given me just an Ultra Pro deck box that said Digimon.
I guarantee, and then they could have put like their own, like, you know, their own Digimon Bandai's, you know, pictures and stuff on it. Like, you telling me that probably costs maybe like a fraction of the amount of money they make per tournament, and you can't give us something that is at least durable? Like again, I'm gonna show it again. You tell me you can't give us another one of these? Like, I'll be okay if you tell me you give me these with different like the Jesmon pictures on it. I'm cool with that. I'm not even. I wouldn't even like complain about it. They're nice deck boxes. They're not, you know, the greatest, you know what I'm saying? But like it's plastic, so but you know it's gonna last. Yeah, I use it too. You know it's not gonna like just break on. You know it's not gonna do what Varni just did, you know, crush it up with like 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we're not expecting to have, you know, full ass, you know, beautiful deck boxes. Obviously not, because, you know, manufacturing costs, this, that, and the other or whatever. But like, come on. You tell me you couldn't give us something better than that flimsy ass cardboard, fake cardboard. It's not even like good cardboard. Like, I think our cards are better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Y'all acting like y'all work for Bandai and you was hurt about the comments about the video or something. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, bro. Unless y'all designed that case, like those boxes themselves, and if you did, shame on you. Like, yeah. They're awful.
Let's run through the comments. Now, first of all, I'm rewatching this video right here, and I mean, if you can't tell that this deck is double sleeved, then you're fucking blind. All right, let's say that first, because the first comment I come to, at least be a bit honest and say your deck is double sleeved with 3 likes. If you can't fucking tell that the deck is double sleeved, then you're fucking blind.
Yeah, that was obvious.
And the fact that like I have to, because it's the internet, right? I can't just say, you mean you don't double sleeve all your decks as some sarcastic comment, because sarcasm doesn't get translated through the internet. The fact that I have to like say like, yeah, I'm being sarcastic with this so that I don't get flamed about how, oh yeah, no, double sleeving this and double sleeving that, like, it's fucking stupid. Like, of course the deck is double sleeved. It's clear from the pictures. It's from the videos, sorry. Of course no deck is that thick. Right? I shouldn't have to come out here and be like, gotta love these paper deck boxes. By the way, my deck is double sleeved, so that's why it doesn't fit. No shit, Sherlock. Let's get out of here with that. Let's scroll down. What do we see here? LOL, double sleever makes sense. Haha, single sleever, get wrecked when you drop your shit and it fucking falls into a puddle, you dumb fuck. Sorry, got a little bit aggressive there. You could put some. Oh, this is on Twitch too. Twitch is gonna be like, haha.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned.
You can put some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there. I mean, yes, you can put single sleeved cards.
Sure, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, but this isn't a Yu-Gi-Oh game. This is a Digimon card game with normal size cards, not Yu-Gi-Oh size cards.
50 standard size cards, right? How ignorant from Ricky Olsen. Oops, did I just name drop? Yes, I did. Of Bandai making and distributing paper deck boxes that aren't even sturdy, such that one can crush a box with their bare hands or by dropping the box, thereby damaging the cards inside. I heavily agree. That is very ignorant, Ricky. Thank you for that. Let's see here. I hope he bent a good card making this crap. Oh yeah, I bent my gold Mastamon Nestor Gonzalez. I bent the shit out of that card. Yeah,
that he has 50 of 50
I
of
have
in the
50
deck. You
of
know
those.
what I'm saying?
I bet all those cards, baby. That's why today our episode is sponsored by Ultra Pro. Go buy your Ultra Pro deck box at your local game store. This deck box will fit a double sleeve deck, no problem. I've even got these character oversleeves in here, and they fit it, no problem. Plus, it has this very nice dice tray that you can stick all of that and your acrylic tokens into. So please go support your LGS and buy your Ultra Pro deck box.
I think we just lost any future Ultra Pro membership.
Hey, I just gave Ultra Pro.
No, we
glowing
gave one.
review.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Not after cursing and all that.
Oh man. Let's see. I mean, that box is obviously not large enough to fit a double sleeve deck, so this video is pretty silly. An adequate box costs like $250. I don't know what currency that is, but like we said, an Ultra Pro deck box is like $3 to $5.
But yo, that's the issue. Yes, an adequate deck box that me or you could go buy costs $2.50. So why did Bandai give us this shit? This is garbage.
It costs pennies, I probably.
To manufacture
Yeah.
pennies. If they're selling for $250, they cost pennies, bro.
I agree with that 110%. And I mean, on that topic, right? Like, to Dan, what you were saying about that guy who was like, oh, well, I pay $30 for entry into the tournament, not for prizing. People wouldn't enter tournaments that are paid if they weren't getting prizing.
Yes.
The only reason people are registering for regionals with this legit shit prizing that many people have made posts and videos about. Go watch Mario's video. He made a video about Bandai shit pricing for this reason of this season of Digimon too, because One Piece has phenomenal pricing for their cards considering what's going on there, and we've had pretty good pricing up until basically this season.
Yeah, it started this season.
So like, if it wasn't for number one, if it wasn't for them taking away store championship invites, I don't think regionals would sell out as much as they do currently. I think the fact that they took those away means that, yeah, the only way you're getting invites is to nationals now.
Yeah, if these regionals didn't have the invite, let's say invite wasn't like wasn't a prize. Let's be real. These regional prizes,
they would not be capped.
This year is garbage. Straight dog. The cards aren't even worth it. No one cares about those cards. Those cards that they gave us for, participation, finalists, winners and stuff are like the worst choices they could have chosen. They could have chose for each one. If you want to have those Digimon, I was talking about this in the group chat, in our group chat. There was so many choices they could have chose for those Digimon. If those are the Digimon you wanted, that like are playable. Let's go down the line real quick. Greymon, right? They put BT12. They have a BT12 card and was a Shaman King mode, right?
Yes.
So you tell me you couldn't play, you couldn't put BT12 Greymon, right? I'm getting there. Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus. This was my point, sir. I'm kidding. But yeah, they could have put the new BT12 Greymon, right, which is technically a black card. There's only two colors in this. It was like what, yellow, red, and blue. One yellow and one blue with XVmon.
Oh, the XVmon, yeah.
So then you get the XVmon. That is like the least played XVmon in all of existence.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, which XVmon did they use again?
It's the starter deck XVmon.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So you tell me that couldn't be the EX01 XVmon, which is the most played XVmon.
Nah, you can't, because you have the
BT12 or the BT12 one. The BT12 one is solid. The BT12 one's solid. Then you go down with Growlmon. Probably that was like the worst one they could have put. They could have easily put maybe the EX03 one, or even again the BT12 one. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Goonimon. You could have. That had so many all arts. Why do we need an all art for that one? You know what I'm saying? That could have been the promo BT12. Or the BT12 one. You know what I'm saying? You see the trend here, guys. And then they go Shaman King mode. BT12. And then what was the other one? There's one more. GeoGreymon. They used the BT2. The BT2
They used the
GeoGreymon.
worst
The
GeoGreymon
worst
ever.
GeoGreymon
The
ever.
one that you will never even play in the current
one
iteration
cares.
of Shine.
No one cares.
You couldn't play that shit fucking 10 years ago. That card is so bad. You have to have 3 yellow tamers in the
Tamers to
field.
facilitate a draw.
No
One
one
singular draw.
Bro, no one ever played that GeoGreymon. They could have done the red GeoGreymon again, and it would have been better, even though that already had a regional all-art. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, you could have done the BT12 one. So you see the trend, and they were going to do all what they just did. They could have just used all BT12, and they would have been most playable. They would have been very playable and very sought out in comparison to these new ones. So like no one cares about the ones, no one cares about promo Greymon, no one cares about that XVmon, no one cares about that Groundmon, no one cares about that Goonimon, no one cares about the GeoGreymon, and no one semi-care about the Shaman King mode just because it's a BT12 one.
That card's goated. That card's in Hunters.
That's the only card that's cared about at the moment. Like,
yes.
I will
and you
say,
still wouldn't care about it as much as if it would have been, the whole prizing was better.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I hate that like this was the regionals I won because I hate that was my pricing. Like I got it and like I was excited. I'm like, cool, I have champ stamp cards. Like that's amazing. But like I looked at the cards and I was like, this is literally binder fodder. And honestly, who's even gonna trade me for these unless they care about the stamps? So I listed them on Facebook right away. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother keeping them. To my surprise, they sold. And I didn't even have to think twice about shipping them out because what do I care about these? Like the only good part of it is the fact that like, oh, cool, I have champ stamp cards. But outside of that, I would never have cracked that pack open. Like there is nothing in there I would even think about playing, like Mike said, except the King version. And that's because it's a BT12 card. I hate that like, here's BT12 coming up. We had you guys participate in an Ultimate Cup that had BT12 prizing that you couldn't use until the release of BT12. And instead of giving you BT12 cards for regionals, we're going to give you all the old protagonist versions of these cards. And not even just the old versions, like Dan said. We're going to give you the worst versions possible of each card.
Shit.
It's wild to me. So
but they could have used the Digiburst GeoGreymon and it would have been better than that yellow card, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I forgot that was a card too.
Yeah, everyone thinks it was awful. I had to reread that yellow GeoGreymon like 17 times because I was like, I can't even believe that this card was printed. It's so bad.
Yeah, it makes you question, right? Like, who is paying attention? And we said this in a much earlier podcast. Who at Bandai is paying attention to North America?
Oh, we have it much better than some of the other countries.
I know.
It is falling apart in Asia, apparently. I was reading on Twitter today and Wong Zero posted asking why he keeps seeing tweets about the Digimon card game dying, and everyone was saying that it's dying in Asia really bad right now because of the prize support and the tournament support is so bad in Asia. Like the Asian market is just getting screwed over, and it's worse because we know that Bandai can give out good prize support because they're doing it with BSS, they're doing it with One Piece, and what's the new one? Union
Arena.
Union Arena is the one they're pushing really hard in those markets right now, and their prize support is awesome. So like, it feels bad. Is bad. They're nicer to us in North America, I have to say, but yikes, bro. It's pretty nasty.
I believe DPP, he posted a while back and he had explained like why they went on hiatus for posting videos. And one of it was because at the time the meta just wasn't good and people were legitimately dropping Digimon to play One Piece because first of all, One Piece was the newer game. Still is, but they're on like set 4 in Japan or set 3 or something. But also additionally, he specifically said that One Piece tournaments have so much better pricing than Digimon has. They have so much more support because there are more tournaments as well as the better pricing. And that's just One Piece. That's not looking at the fact that in Japan, Bandai also has Duel Masters, Duel Masters, Battle Spirits Saga, regular Battle Spirits. So that's 2 games. That's 2 separate games, both Bandai games. Battle Spirits is the original IP. Duel Masters, I don't know the history behind that, but both are still running. In addition to Digimon and One Piece and Union Arena, and
Dragon Ball superhero game.
Yeah, I don't know how they're affiliated with Cardass, but Dragon Ball Superheroes card games. That's 6 card games that they're running in Japan. And I mean, Battle Spirits and Duel Masters haven't fallen off. One Piece is off to a hot start. Digimon was off to a hot start. Union Arena seems to be pretty decent. And Dragon Ball Superheroes has been a card game for God knows how long, to be honest. Because
for a while,
I don't hear anything about it, but like it definitely isn't going away. So the fact that like they're screwing the Asian countries over like this is, and then to bring that mentality over here to America, where frankly, not even just America, because we have to remember that this is an international card game. So it's all the countries inclusive, EU, all the regions, EU, Oceania, Latin America, as well as the North America. This is something we've spoken about in previous podcasts, particularly the one with Lance. They're trying so hard to push Battle Spirits, and that's fine and all, but they basically have adopted Play TCG as the TO for Battle Spirits here, which means they take away Play TCG from hosting a lot of Digimon events. And that leaves, I believe there's 4 other TOs here in North America, or here in the United States. There's Carta in Canada, and that's it. That's 5 TOs to handle the entire country. And, like we said, the Bandai, or these TOs are stretched thin by Bandai with all of these card games. And, people play Digimon because we love it. I mean, that's why we still play it. And there's a lot of people who play it because they love it. Just as much people play One Piece because they love the One Piece IP. But like, this is our to enter a tournament and have this be our prizing feels like a slap in the face. And I can understand why some people will just straight out not play, refuse to play because they just don't, enjoy the prizing or appreciate the prizing. I think the best way to slap Bandai in their face is to speak with your money. However, some of us think we can do it in different ways, and
facts.
That's what we try to do here.
I remember, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is probably way better now, but like back when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh like heavy and stuff, their prizing was like terrible. And I remember for a time period, it was like a lull in Yu-Gi-Oh where like regionals and like tournaments, YCSs were like let's say if the cap was 512, it might have hit maybe 200 or 300 max, something like that. I was just giving an example, you know what I'm saying, of numbers wise. Like it wasn't like full capacity at all for tournaments, just because their prizing was just so terrible in comparison to like Magic, especially at that time. Magic was running like, all money tournaments and crazy like first place. You out like people who were pro like Magic players, they were like making a living off of just Magic, you know what I'm saying? And you had like pro Yu-Gi-Oh players who were like I don't know, like poor still, you know what I'm saying? Like just like yeah, you could win, like say for example, like the Light Swarm Minerva card at a time. Yeah, like you were able to win that, but like the chances of you winning that was like only one YCS or something. Like I forget what it was. Like it wasn't that many in circulation. So like cool, you won that, you made $2,000 if you sold it. That's how much it was minimum. It was like 2K off the rip or whatever it was. But like that was it really, you know what I'm saying? So like that's how I feel like Digimon's right now, where like the prize support is just terrible. At least now from what I've seen, Mike literally just brought up before we started the pod. They out here making like really good deck boxes for prizing, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if it's like a top 32, top 64 thing or just participation. But those deck boxes are like kind of clean. Like those would be deck boxes I would use on a daily basis.
Bro,
And
if I
yet-
ever got a champion or regional stamp deck box that
Hey,
was
that would
even
be pretty cool.
I'd use that.
That would be pretty cool too. But instead, we get these like cardboard looking paper machete, like these deck boxes that are like crap.
They could have given us the storage boxes. You guys remember when they gave them out? They
I would be okay with those.
I would have rather they gave us the storage boxes. Those things were still. I use those things. So
Hell yeah.
I got 3 of those.
Yep.
But I think what was it? Russell Perry, the admin for the Digimon Facebook group, he said something that hopefully maybe more people would do. Maybe is to contact Cardass through their email and let them know about your complaints about the terrible pricing. That's an option that we can do as players.
It's bad. Well, like even me, like I before they took store championships away, and I knew I could just get a regional through there, I wasn't really worried about competing in regionals at all because I wasn't gonna pay all this money for an online tournament and get shit pricing. Like I'm just being honest. Like the cards that you can get for winning an Ultimate Cup, like those are dope. So like I didn't mind doing Ulti Cups and shit because you can get sweet Ulti Cup stamped cards. But for the regionals, the pricing is like I don't care about these regional packs you get, and especially not this round. They're awful, like Dan said. So why am I even wasting money entering this tournament? But now I'm forced to because it's the only way for me to get my nationals invite. So it's like, and some of the like in-person regionals that used to be, I don't know, we have so little this year. You would pay the $30 for your regional participation, and then if they were held in an event center, I had to go buy some anime convention ticket too on top. So I was spending like maybe close to $100 to compete in this regional and get shit pricing for it. How does that not make you mad? Like, I'm already spending all this money to play your card game, and now I'm paying you to enter this tournament. The least you could do is give me a hand job. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this, bro? Like, this is ridiculous.
Now we're not getting sponsored by nobody for that one, Mike.
I don't care. It's just frustrating.
Y'all thought I was wild.
This man said some next shit right there.
Yo, I just want to say real quick. I looked at the pricing for last year's regionals. Bro, their top 32 got deck boxes. But their deck boxes are like the plastic ones, though.
Yeah, they're nice. They say championship.
Yeah,
with
starter deck Imperial on them and Hyildramon. But they're the plastic ones. So, like, I would rather you limit those deck boxes to like top 32 or top 64 if it means that, if it's not the participation prize, if cost is a factor, which it shouldn't be because you're Bandai. But, I understand, everybody has a budget. There was no reason to go from giving out plastic deck boxes for top 32 to giving out paper deck boxes to everybody.
Do you, even in like, you guys ever open those Tamer's Evolution boxes? The deck boxes that come with those are fire. And I get that's like a premium quality product, right? Exactly those. That's a premium quality product. So me entering a regional and giving you money and me doing well doesn't...
For $30.
I can't get a premium quality product if I top a regional?
That's a fact.
Like, they give you a mat and the play mat's really nice. I get that too. But like, come on.
Only I get the play mat.
Yeah, but only you get the playmat. So it's like, because
they don't even give it to like top 16, like here's a top 16 playmat, then here's a top 8, and here's a top 4 kind of thing.
So I don't know. I'm definitely not on this deck box.
And then
thing.
like besides that, all you get, like I just looked it up real quick. Here is the full prize list, right? So participation, you get the deck box, you get the memory gauge, which it's kind of cool. But besides that, you get the regionals participation card set and then event pack 4. So already the deck box trash, right? Memory gauge, no one really cares about those. Participation card set 1 trash. Event Pack 4 was probably the like worst event packs that we've had.
That's
right?
a whole other thing too, bro.
Those are dog crap. They like honestly. So they Cool Boy and Mimi, solid cards. Everything else, meh. Right? All right, so here we go. Top 128, Event Pack 4. Again, ugh. Top 64, you get another Event Pack 4. Meh. Top 32, you get the Regionals Finals Set 1. Again, these are the same crap ass cards, so no one cares if they stand finalists. Ooh, I didn't know you got those. You trying to swing those my way?
Can you tell me which one of these is the EP one?
I can't tell you. I mean, I know which one it is, but like
I know which one it is, but only because I know like
exactly, right? I looked at these initially, like when I pulled it, I was like, how is this different from our current Cool Boy? It's not textured. It looks exactly
it's the
same.
Background. It's literally
and
the
then
background.
I was like, oh, it's the background.
Wait,
really?
Here we get. We get something spicy for top 32, right? You get the final set, plus you get the 2023 acrylic memory gauge counter.
Very nice.
Very nice. What'd you get with Varni?
Ryudomon, baby.
That's not bad.
Just one out of the 4, though.
That's not bad.
Which was kind
they
of
don't
tragic.
give you all 4?
No, I only got 1.
Bro, I'm sorry. That's so bad.
And then here's the most important part. Top 16 Nationals Final Invite. Top 8 Regionals Finals Set 1. Again, Top 2, you get the Champion card set, and then Champion card set 1. The Champion Play Mat, which again, I think is another Jesmon theme, right? Yeah, I have it up. Sorry, you don't have to show it, but if you want to, yeah, cool, okay. Great. Yeah, now I see the acrylic counters. And then the booster box. So booster box kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? But like outside of that, like that is kind of crap for the most part. Like just because booster like box.
Bro, if I enter my locals and we do a booster box tournament, like
you're getting
I'm paying,
that's value.
Like that's different. You know what I mean? Like I would like I love it when my locals does stuff like that. The hell am I entering a regionals for to win a booster box, bro?
Yep.
Like you're damn right they should give me a booster box. I just beat 512 other players.
511.
511, my bad. Yeah, you don't count yourself. My bad. That's why I didn't win a regionals. So.
Yeah, right. Can't do math out here, baby.
Bro, y'all should have seen me playtesting Sean earlier against Dan. I really could not count, dude.
To put it in comparison to 2022 pricing, 2022 participation was the DigiEgg sleeve set, which, mind you, those DigiEgg sleeves are fire. I love those sleeves. I use it for almost every deck. Yeah, show us, Dan.
I think I got them. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, I do.
Those DigiEgg sleeves, they're fire. I love those. I would love to get one for every year of a regional season. You also get the memory gauge, just like Dan said. Nobody cares about the memory gauge, but okay, whatever. We get it. And then there were regionals participation card set and the event pack,
which was way better than this year.
Both of which were better. Yep. Top 32, 2022 championship deck case, and a finalist set. Nice. Top 8, the regionals final set. Or finalist set. Nice. Top 2, the regionals card set, and then champion gets a booster box and a playmat. So like they swapped out the DigiEgg or the card sleeves for the paper deck box. Obviously it's way cheaper to do the deck box, but like, why does it have to be cheaper? We're paying the same amount for entry. It's the same online events that we were doing last year. The game is still selling these tournaments out, especially now that you have the announcement that there's no more store championship invites for nationals, and we get the paper deck boxes, the flimsy paper. If I put this on a table and somebody spills a soda, my deck box is going to get wet, and because my cards aren't double sleeved, it's potentially going to leak into my cards and damage the cards. That's for all you who are talking about double sleeving on a paper deck box. Like that's what we got instead of, you know, the DigiEgg sleeve set, which was super nice, and frankly just the sheer amount of better cards that were in EP3 and last year's participation card sets, both card sets 1 and 2, because we had the 2 different ones, which we will be getting this year. But like It's just
it can't be any worse, right? It can't be any worse. Those cards, right?
It couldn't be any worse, right? Like the only way to go from here is up. But why did we even have to go down?
Yeah, and it's just frustrating because we have so many good cards that need an alt art or even a reprint, right? So many good cards that need maybe a reprint. We were just talking about it earlier before the podcast started. Agumon X. I just traded my good friend for one. That card is $64. It had another buyout. Why couldn't we have gotten an Agumon X? Like, you guys love printing Agumon so damn much. You couldn't have given us a new Agumon X alt art?
Yeah.
The common Agumon X is like $3, $4. Not just base rarity common Agumon X is that much money. Or uncommon. It's an uncommon, sorry. But it's like $3 or $4.
Hey, yo, I got like 50 of those. Anyone want to buy some?
Yeah, but like that's not it's so crazy.
Hey.
We better get some better stuff soon.
Hey, quick thing. Hey, Joey Dearman on the Facebook group. Never seen so many people complain about a participation prize in my life. Below are 2 paper deck boxes. One is a brand new deck box. The other one is from
the
a
one you
while
combined
back.
3 of them? No, I thought it was
no, yeah. They both hold 55 sleeved cards. They're both the same size. Don't make things harder than they actually are. That's not the point, buddy. That is not the point. That is not the point. The point is that for how much we paid for participation, I mean, we've basically said it. So just to recap it's just, oh wait, Adrian Mendoza. I was reading in a previous post, it's because the cards were double sleeved. Who does that? I don't know. Who double sleeves cards? Ooh. Many people do, but if they have the funds to double sleeve, they already have a deck box that fits and just want to whine. I have cards that are double sleeve, but they go in a larger box. It ain't hard to figure out at all. Yeah, you're right, buddy. I mean, you see, you can't see it. Right over there. I've got a bunch of deck boxes, buddy. I put all of my decks in that. And I'll tell you what, if Bandai gave me good enough, I use all of the deck box. There are 4 of Bandai's.
Set this man off.
There are 4 of Bandai's deck boxes in here, okay? 4 of them. Because every one that I've gotten, I used. Sorry, there's 5. Because I have the red hybrid one. If Bandai gives me a product that is high quality and it holds my deck and it does the job, I'm going to use it.
Or decent quality, at least.
Decent quality.
Yeah, decent quality.
Yeah,
like,
decent quality.
I'm not going to go ahead and say these are high quality, but these are sick. You know what I mean? Like,
but like they can take
these
an
look
impact,
good.
right? Like I could drop
Oh
this.
no,
and
those
not,
ones are nice. I was talking about these. I was going to say like these aren't like.
I mean, even if I drop this, like I don't want to drop it, but like it hurts less to drop this than it hurts to drop the paper one, right?
Yeah.
And like if I have an expensive deck, I'm not putting it in this. If I have like a $500 alt art deck, this Ultra Pro, should I shill them again? Just to reinforce my point. It's not the fact that, I'm trying to complain because I got something for free, which I didn't get for free. I paid for it. I'm not trying to complain for that, or I'm not trying to, it's first of all, it was a funny post. So you guys are taking it too seriously. But the point is, there were better pricing previously. Why is there such a decrease in pricing quality? And if somebody like you is okay with this, then you are the one who's going to drive the downfall of this game, frankly speaking. People like you who are content with getting shit pricing is why this game will die. Because people will go away from playing this game and they'll go play a game like Battle Spirits, where if I win first place in Battle Spirits, I get $7,000. If I place 10th, I still get like a couple $100. I think up to 16th place, you get a couple $100, or even top 32, you get something. I don't know off the top of my head, but the pricing in Battle Spirit being cash obviously is insensitizing. And for people who play because, they enjoy the pricing, why else would we play? Would we play if there wasn't a purpose to topping, If they don't enjoy that in Digimon, they're going to go to a game that offers them that. And right now, that's One Piece and Battle Spirits. And if people flock from Digimon to One Piece and Battle Spirits because of better pricing, thereby not as many people are playing Digimon, the game's going to die, bro. So it's not that simple. It's actually very difficult because people like you really just say, well, I'm fine with it, so I don't know why everybody's complaining. It's perfectly fine to me, and Bandai could shove their dick up my ass for the rest of my life, and I'd be okay with it. Fucking idiots.
Oh, there goes any potential sponsorships we had.
Yeah, that's like the 5th time this video.
Yeah, right. But also another point too, right? This is how good the card game is. One Piece is already at a point where people were like, I don't want to play this game, right? But because we have not the greatest prize support, people still stick with One Piece because they know they could get prize support. If this game had better prize support, let's say it equal One Piece, I guarantee there'll be more, you know, it wouldn't even be an issue at all. Like you wouldn't see people like in Asia talking about quitting the card game, because the card game fundamentally by itself is a really good card game. And majority of people who say the reason why they came to play this card game is because they were intrigued by how like the memory gauge system works, or like, you know, the evolution mechanic, how the game works, blah 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 blah, right? And so you already did the job, Bandai, of making the card game. All you have to do is just continue to support us, and we'll continue spending our hard-earned money on Digimon. I will still support Digimon regardless, but like, if you had, for those other people, like the people who just play just to win tournaments or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Those people would spend their hard-earned money on Digimon because the card game is still good. And if you had the prize support, it would be even better. That's why they're leaving to other card games. Luckily for Bandai, they were like, here's 5 card games, pick one. It doesn't matter which game you go to, we're getting your money regardless, you know what I'm saying? But like, guaranteed better prize support, you see better, you know, I guess you could say better, we wouldn't be having this conversation, right? It will be better vibes, better, you know what I'm saying, about Digimon at the moment.
I have a few more comments to address from this post because I'm still reading it here.
Ryan, guy obsessed.
Ryan Cuff. But I want to whine that the free things, they're not free. That aren't up to my subjective standards. It's not subjective, it's facts. For free internet points. And Joey Dearman says, ain't that the truth? It's not. They're legitimately inferior products. And compared to last year, it is not the same. Like that is facts. You cannot tell me that the paper deck box, that, like I said, if I'm drinking my bottle of water and I place it and it accidentally spills and it spills on my deck box, if I spill it on this deck box or even the Ultra Pro plastic deck box, it's fine. But if I spill it on paper deck box gets wet, and then the cards get wet because the cards are single sleeved, like you're saying. Like, that's facts, okay? That's facts. That's not subjective. That is objective, right? We continue to go on, and I think this is the one you saw, Dan. So this one guy says, free, how do you get free entry into these events? And Cuff responds, you're not paying for prizes, you're paying for entry into the tournament, in which you get prizes for participating. Therefore, you are paying for prizes. Because if you want these prizes otherwise...
You know how many people I know literally pay? They used to pay for, like, to get into a tournament, and then would drop after, like, round 3 or whatever, just
people
for the prizing.
Still do that. I did that on Saturday because I couldn't participate. So I said, all right, I'll just get my participation prizing. And I gave all 3 wins to my opponent, and I got my participation prizing. So yes, I mean, if you want this, like if you want these cards, otherwise, nobody's going to hand it to you for free. Free says, okay, well, I entered for free and I get this stuff for free. Free says I can get this without putting any money out of my pocket. The fact that you put $30 out of your pocket means that you paid for entry into the tournament and you paid for the participation prizing. You paid for people's time, you paid for all of this. If you want this stuff, not having gotten into the tournament, you still need to pay for it. Not that if it was free, people wouldn't sell it anyways, but that's the point there, right? Considering that the prizes are being complained about that are for participation, you are directly paying for these items regardless if you consider it entry or not. Exactly the point here from Evan Pillsbury. So let's keep going here. Nah, Skippy, you're paying for the tournament. You're given some free stuff. If you want to have poor evaluation skills, that's your own burden. Bro must have been born in a backwater country or some shit, because I don't know where he's getting his English comprehension and reading skills from, because that shit's out of this world. I don't know I don't know where you can come from and use your deductive reasoning skills and say that this bottle of water that they gave me when I entered the convention center that I paid $30 for was free. No, it was built into the cost of entering the fucking convention center.
Exactly. Everything has a cost.
This stuff is wild. What the hell are you talking about? If they want to charge me $10 instead of $30 for entry for me to lose out on a potato deck box, I'm absolutely taking that offer. Agreed. If you told me that this was this year's pricing and then you offered me a discounted rate to get into the event for not getting the pricing, I will take the discounted rate because I don't want the pricing. Like, that's the logic behind it. Way to miss the point. Good talk. Yeah, we're missing the point. All right, Ryan.
Yo, this guy.
Quick thing on Twitch chat here because we've had a few comments. Let's dial it back here. XAxel0 says the BSS core case wasn't any better. A cheap plastic tub from Walmart fits more cores and looks nicer. I bet too. I bet. And that's even worse because those are cashback tournaments, right? Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family. It was a pretty good shield for Ultra Pro. Thank you. Bandai wasting trees for this shit. True. Bandai's gonna cancel some game, but not Digimon. Or I think he's saying Bandai cancel some game, but not Digimon. I don't even think somebody.
It's gonna be Dragon Ball.
Somebody was making a point today. I can't remember who exactly it was. I think it was TPG. He was saying that like the reason that Bushiroad fails at games is because Bushiroad has like 1 or 2 TCG teams, and it's just too much for them to handle. Bandai being as big as it is and as much money as they make, there are obviously separate teams handling each game. And that's true. That's very true. I mean, that much is evident. And you can tell that much is evident because you can look at one game and you can see that they're doing nothing like what the other game was doing. So that much is true. It's just the fact that like, it's not that they need to cancel. It's not that they need to cut down on their scope. They need to support a bigger scope if they want these games to truly grow. Like, for example, you're never going to usurp Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Magic, and you're going to constantly fight for 4th place with Flesh and Blood if none of your games has enough backing support to overtake any one of those top 3/4 games, right? Like, they need, as a company, to put more into each one of their games. They have the backing to do it because it's Bandai. They need to look. They need to listen. They listen like, it's like they listen sometimes and sometimes they're like, yeah, we hear you. But we're going to do this instead. Ashton says, I think it's actually crazy that there's more incentive to play an Ultimate Cup than a regional. And that's an Ultimate Cup with shit pricing.
I was about to say that before. Sorry. I like kind of slipped my mind too. Currently, I would rather 100% play an Ultimate Cup than I would a regional. I wouldn't even care about the invite. Those Ultimate Cup cards, I could make $2,000. Let's say if I won, I could make what was it? Mario said he sold his because he got 2nd, 3rd place. So I know you don't get everything at 3rd place, but he made like 2K off of it. Bro, you tell me I can make 2K off of $30? That's like,
bro, those champion cards go for what?
$1,970, profit right there.
If you win an Ultimate Cup, you are like,
that's 5K right there.
Back, at least, if not more.
We don't even know because I don't even know what the last Crimson mode sold for.
Exactly. I've seen them listed for as high as 15.
And I know that the Paladin mode right now is at 15K. That's what it's listed for.
Damn.
The Omnimon from BT1.
Oh, that's probably bank because not many of those went out.
There's 2 listings for 3,500, and then
I don't think that gets. But that's not in our current Ultimate Cup though.
No, those are old.
Yeah. Those are the Evo Cup ones.
That one's still 10K. Now they were still named Ultimate Cup.
Oh, okay. And then the U-Force Evo Cup one, that's like another like 5K, some shit like that too.
Bro, ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know
yeah, and the DC1 grand pricing. Look at how much.
That's the Ultimate Cup.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah.
The U-Force.
Even the Gallantmon. Gallantmon is from the DC1. That's what, like a grand?
Something.
Good.
Right now, like Ultimate Cups sound like the wave, even though it's, like we called them previously, the the Copium Cup, but like
side event, you know what I mean?
I would rather play in those currently than the regionals run because like if I make top 32, it's like I made top 16, great. I don't need to do a regional again. But would I play in Ulti Cups? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not registering for any more regionals. I have one coming up. and that's it. Only because I was already registered for it.
Pass that regional to me, brother.
If they'll let me transfer it, I'll see if I can get a transfer. But I know they're finicky with that stuff sometimes.
No,
like anyone who got the top 16 within the first, the top we had 3 regionals, right, so far.
I don't know, like to be honest.
The one,
I guess it's only been 3.
It's 3. So in the US, like North America ones is 3, excluding like Europe because we're just US based anyways. We've had 3 regionals. Any of those people who made top 16, if I was them, I would not participate in a regional again until next year's time. Until the
pricing's better. Like if you tell me that the card set 2 is better, I'll register for that for sure.
Yeah, if the card set 2 is like actually like playable good cards, then maybe consider. But like at this point, you really don't need to do it again. Like but Ulti Cups, definitely.
Yeah, Ulti Cups. Even if you win an Ulti Cup, it's good to re-enter the next one because the pricing is so insane.
Let's say, for example, you win 2 Ulti Cups, bro. You just made bank.
But that's what I'm saying. And it's just Captain Soapy says, are people saying that about One Piece already? Digimon is honestly one of the funnest card games I've ever played, not just for nostalgia. Yeah.
If we're talking about like people quitting or
yeah.
So as a former One Piece player, what I'll say is, y'all already know me. Y'all know I like Controlled X. Well, that's basically it. I like Controlled X. And not that there's not place for it, because set 1 was basically it was a mid-range deck, because Eustace was a mid-range deck, I would say. The problem is, going into set 2 of One Piece, they gave it such a stupid amount of support. So One Piece, for those of you who never played One Piece or don't know, it basically works. You have a total, it works on a curve. So basically you have a set amount of mana that you can spend per turn. And you get additional mana as the game goes on until you cap out at 10. And the thing is with One Piece, specifically the best deck, or one of the best decks in the format right now in Zoro, is that Zoro can spit out like 3 characters on their turn 2. And they're little 3k beaters. They get pumped up by the Dawn. And it's really easy because all of these characters are 1 cost, 2 cost at most. For a searcher, 3 costs to kill something. I think the highest cost character they play that is not the 9 cost Whitebeard is the 3 cost Vista. So they play a deck full of low cost 1 to 2 drops, and they just spam those out and they keep swinging at you. They have summoning sickness, but like there's no deck that can deal with the amount of stuff that they bring out fast enough. It's basically early day Rookie Rush. Like Rookie Rush was such a pain in the ass to play against in the early meta because there was no decks, there was no widespread removal. So you get 3 memory, 2 drop, 2 drop. You get 4 memory, 2 drop, 2 drop, 2 drop. Like it's the same concept. The thing is, at least Rookie Rush you could play against. Zoro is just because of the way that countering in the game works. Zoro has a buff that gives all characters 1k additional power for having 1k on him, essentially. So these little 3k motherfuckers are now 4k. So that means with 1 investment into them, it's swinging at value of your leader. And it's just, X-Axel0 here says, Zoro was poorly designed. 1 Dawn should not give plus 5k over the board. That's effectively what it is. 1 Dawn investment on Zoro makes Zoro 6k. It makes all your little dumb drops super powerful because you only have to invest 1 Dawn into each one of them effectively. And they're all swinging at you, and you just don't have enough hand power to get out of all of those attacks. Like I don't even think there's a deck in Dragon Ball that does that, to be honest. So it's just,
I wouldn't know.
There's that deck is bad. I would have preferred playing against Whitebeard, and Whitebeard is just as bad on the opposite end. Whitebeard doesn't play all the low cost drops, but what Whitebeard does is Whitebeard has a card Moby Dick, which is effectively a field spell. And it says that when you're at 1 or less life, all your Whitebeard pirates get 2k power. So now your Whitebeard pirates that are, some are effects, some are vanillas. The one biggest one is you have a 4-drop Atmos who's 6k. That means with Moby Dick, he's 8k. When he's swinging at your leader, that means he's swinging for 3k over your leader. I mean, you need to drop 2Ks from your hand. And just in terms of card economy, you don't have enough to get out of that. So between Whitebeard and Zoro, other decks make it, sure. I don't care about One Piece enough to sit there and try to combat these two decks that are just so good. Therefore, I won't play it. That's what me and my boy Mark, or our boy Mark, has come to. We just don't care about One Piece enough to play against these aggro decks the entire format. We're good enough players that we can play against it, but why sit there and subject ourselves to that? It's why we just decided to drop the game, and a lot of players have the same problem with One Piece.
Yeah, I mean, if it lasts long enough, and like when sets start coming out more frequently, and they're not so limited, like I don't have to spend an arm and a leg on cards, I'll probably play it later on in the future. But right now, no way.
Dragon Ball has better removal and floodgates that tax you for making further attacks in a turn. Yeah, that's another thing. Blockers, right? You remember how blockers were so essential in early game Digimon? You know, you could say the same about One Piece. Set 1, Set 2. Let me tell you this. They have a 4-cost card jet, Gum Jet Pistol. It deletes 6k and less. They have a 1-drop Otama, which negs 2k on any character. So for 5 cost, you can remove effectively anything that stands in your way. And yeah, you just invested 5, but again, they still got these little 1-drops that are still swinging at you. It's so dumb. Blockers,
you want to see the card that was the menace to Rookie Rush back in the day?
Mechanorimon, baby.
This card was the menace. You played this bad boy for 4 GG Rookie Rush.
And they didn't have removal for that card back then. Remember, they had to play Ogremon to get rid of that? Right. Because there was no targeted removal.
They had their removal.
They had the yellow card that you minus 3k for every.
Oh yeah, Spiral Masquerade. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Spiral Masquerade was correct before.
Yeah. Yes. I forgot about that one.
Right for.
Yes, sir. And, I played that in my Dear Boromon.
Yeah, I did too. I did the play. I did the Spice, the Starmon Spice too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
that's what made LKM so nasty too back in BT5 was because it was Rookie Rush and a stack deck that just was board control all at the same time. That deck was crazy. Sorry to cut you off, Dan. What were you saying?
Oh, Lord Nightmon. I don't know why. When you said LKM, I thought of DKM.
That's funny.
I was like, Dark Nightmon was like crack that day. I don't know what you're talking about. What crack you on?
I'm on that copium.
Copium. I don't even remember what I was gonna say at this point.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good.
I just don't understand double sleeving, because how hard are you with your cards that you need a sleeve on top of another sleeve?
Who said that?
Is that a Twitch?
Stephen Williams.
Facebook?
No, sorry. This is on Facebook.
Okay.
This guy's still on the Facebook page.
Come on, next topic.
Oh no, this is the Facebook Flame Wars. Y'all didn't see the y'all didn't see the Twitch title?
This guy.
You're right. I forgot. My bad.
It's all right. We're almost done with the podcast anyways, because we're on an hour 27. So we'll just finish up on these little comments where we flame people.
I remember now. Hold on. I remember.
What do you remember?
At least for Digimon, right? You said like early blockers were essential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now blockers are integrated in the deck in a way where you're not relying on having to have those. Where like, for example, War Greymon is a blocker also. So they made it where like you get effects that give blockers now and stuff. So like it makes it where like you don't feel like you lost out on blockers, and now you just do it as part of your combos and stuff like that.
One of the biggest problems was that like, okay, you'll play like in War Greymon you would typically play Dark Tyrannomon most likely.
Yeah.
And it was like cool. But
or
like
Corjamon, OG Corjamon.
Or yeah, maybe you play the OG Corjamon if you want the red, but like those are for dedicated blockers. So like you're like, damn, like I gotta build up another stack now because like, you know, I don't necessarily want to digivolve over my blocker. But yeah, with it being integrated into the deck archetypes, it's like cool. I'll just, you know, I make Alphamon, War Greymon, even Imperial, all blockers with fighter mode.
Yeah, I remember I was on the wave. I was on the wave of like dropping blockers early on before like Mechanorimon came out and stuff. I was like, and they thought I was like mad, man. I was like, bro, why? You're gonna evo them over them regardless. If they're able to kill, they're gonna kill you regardless, even if you had that blocker. So
exactly.
And then the Mechanorimon dropped down. I literally just put that in every single deck.
Yeah,
because
it was just that card's crazy.
You made a blocker that can just unsuspend every time it blocks. So it was like, why not? Oh, 4 costs. So that means it's cheaper than the original ones that were 5 costs. Plus, they were cheaper than the ones that became 1 cost evos. They were 6 cost drops. So like, if you want a blocker on the field and still like building and raising, you don't have to lose it for 4.
Yeah,
it was a good deal to me.
Yeah, it was such a better economy play. And now it's nice because of like the BT12 tie, and basically everything having access to blocker in some way. And not many decks really need to per se run dedicated blockers.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the evolution of the game over that time.
I know we mentioned the deck earlier, right? Diaborma, for example. It made it where one of their megas can make all Diaborma's blockers, which is kind of cool in that essence, you know what I'm saying? What else? It's like that in a sense. War Greymon, Black War Greymon, obviously.
Black War Grey, yeah.
I mean,
Hunters
even
have inbuilt blockers, right?
Oh hell yeah! All of their black Digimon have blocker inheritable.
Yeah,
and Clockmon is a blocker himself.
Cross even though they have like dedicated blockers, but you're able to not waste a turn on it. You can just play a tamer, and like that benefits your long game. And dropping a tamer that gives you a free blocker, like things like that.
I love playing Cross for like they go into security, bro. They hit the Zenjiro, and then you just play the blocker. Cracked.
Yeah.
Cracked.
Yeah, it's a nice. The game has went through a nice evolution. And I think when BT14 hits us, I think that's going to be the game's next turning point. Because I feel like you guys have said. Like you guys have said, like BT, what did you say? BT5 was a turning point, right? Or was it BT6?
To me, it was BT5,
I think BT5 is when this game
was the turning point.
The next one was BT9.
Yeah, BT5 to BT9 has been an era. Well, so BT1 to BT5, BT5 to BT9. BT9 now is going to go up to BT13, and the BT14 is going to be its own. I think you can even say from BT13, to be honest, because if you look at the Japanese results, what's topping? And like there are still some X antibody decks topping, but like look at Shine. Shine's not an X antibody deck, but Shine can definitely do like X antibody-esque things. And so can Mirage.
Technically, Shine does play Rise Greymon X antibody. Some lists. So technically still got that BT9 influence. And it really does kind of play like a really screwed up X antibody deck because like bro the BT12 shine that the free evos number 1, and then the BT12 shine that like if you have a tamer in play you just gain memory off the evo is ridiculous. Like that deck just be doing stupid shit. And it's like kind of like how you like slot the X antibody in attack. You attack with the Marcus and then digivolve. Like it's the same shit.
That's why I say it does X antibody-esque things. But that's the point that the game has gotten to, right? Where the decks that were not X antibody are now catching up to that scope. I mean, Bloom isn't an X antibody deck, and if it wasn't, I would think if it wasn't, first of all, if it wasn't for decks, I think the Bloom would be in the meta a lot more than it currently is, but the potential for each deck to run decks
sometimes
means that people won't take the chance on playing Bloom and being dexed. I mean, there's a ton of other decks that we could go over, but like, you know, we're definitely getting to a point in the game where like X antibody was such a revolutionary period, and so many people who are here for that, like they hate it. And I mean, I didn't hate it. I like the X antibody decks. I just hated them hitting yellow hybrid, for reasons obviously, because there's no control deck except security control, to that point, to that specific genre of deck. But that's just me and some other people. I think it definitely brought about a lot. You know, power creep is not something that you can go without in a game, and I think that's definitely, if people were going to quit the game, they were going to quit at some point, you know? So if you quit during BT9, I mean, you were going to quit at some point. What are you going to say, Mike?
I love BT9, honestly.
I liked it too. Let's not forget either that there's still a chance that we end up with block sets too. We don't know what Bandai's plans are for the future, and we still have no clue. We have no clue with these numbers. So I'm just saying.
So actually, so like what Dragon Ball does is they have like different blocks in the way that like here's the Unison Warrior block, and then they had the now they're on the Zenkai block, and so they have the little logos in the bottom for Zenkai and for Unison Warrior, and not for regionals, but like for like when they do their version of Ultimate Cups, they'll say, okay, well you can only use this block leaders. And maybe this block cards. So maybe that's what we'll see. They'll be like, okay, well, you can only use blocks 2 and 3 for the Ultimate Cup. Like, considering that they've already done the modified rules with the monocolor for the Ultimate Cup, you know, I think it's very well likely that we'll see the blocks being used in that aspect for Ultimate Cups very soon.
And I don't mind different formats doing different things. I wouldn't mind if our main, you know, regionals, whatever, nationals, world championships, all that stuff was like the card pool for the entire game. And then if they wanted a different format where it was just, you know, blocks, like we were saying, like the Ultimate Cup format. I'm cool with having completely separate formats and completely different tournaments, because it expands the card game and it allows players to do more creative things with the card pool that they're given. It also keeps the value of older cards higher. I think it's a great thing for the game if they expand out with stuff like that, as long as they keep a format where you can play from the entire card pool.
Yeah, I think as long as they have an eternal format, in the way that Pokemon has expanded format.
Magic has
basically
Magic has all sorts of shit. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Magic.
I would much prefer that as well. As long as they don't
Yu-Gi-Oh
touch
has
like,
a goat format now. Like goat format is like
those aren't like official tournaments. Though.
Those are official tournaments now.
Are they really?
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh, like Konami has finally like recognized them as tournaments now.
So what are they?
Go format. It's called. So it was basically this time period of like it's what's considered like not just that it's considered the GOAT, like figurative, like great of all time format, but it's also ran by a card that was a GOAT.
Go figure. So does that mean Dark Magician is a good deck?
No, Dark Magician was never a good deck. I don't know if Konami, let me say this, I don't know if Konami does like prizing for GOAT format stuff, but they definitely acknowledge its existence, you know what I mean? But either way, it's so popular now that people actually host their own GOAT tournaments. Like, it's how popular
I know
it
that
is.
like people do, but I didn't think Konami was like doing.
I don't think Konami does, but I know that they
like local tournaments. Local tournaments definitely do, because what's his name? Oh my god, Yuki Jesus talked about a few times that like his locals, they like GOAT format tournaments. Shout out to that man. That man used to do some great Yu-Gi-Oh content on a regular.
He was the GOAT. I liked him a lot.
He still does. It's just not as frequently.
Radioactive, as the last point to that Facebook comment I had read, he said, because those art sleeves are only around in retail for so long and I'm trying to get my long-term use out of them. I'll agree with that. Like the Batman Dragon Shields, I can't find those. And if I can, they're probably like $30 or more.
Bro, my custom dragon shields that I just paid all that money for, I'm not gonna just let them get destroyed or something. I'm double sleeving them with an outer sleeve.
So yeah, that's why we double sleeve. But that's beyond the point. I think people on this Facebook group, like I don't know what they're on. I feel like
it's so weird.
They like you have a good Nuggets, and then you have like the way on the opposite end of the scale Nuggets, and I'm just
it's like not even like in between. It's like
there's not
like it's like not they're not here in the middle, but they're like plow.
That's like exactly. It's so like crazy. It's like either you're like smart or you're just really fucking stupid. Like that's what it boils down to.
And you know the sad part about it, because a lot of Digimon players let's say maybe 75%, came from like other card games, as in Yu-Gi-Oh, like Magic, Card Fight, Vanguard, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? Like those like card games, and Pokemon also. And you would think they would be like, I feel like in the beginning they were, but like you would think they would be more like understanding with certain things. They would be like, you know, more open to just conversation about things and whatnot, because of like how like poorly they were poorly treated, like especially like Konami was to Yu-Gi-Oh players back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people were tired, like the one card combo that just, you know, kills one turn. You know what I'm saying? People were tired of that. People were tired of Magic. And, you know, you would think they would come together for this card game and be, you know, better. But nah, they still want to be toxic about
they're
dumb,
just
stupid things for no reason, you know?
Yeah, it's
sad.
It's so dumb. It's so sad. And it's like, can't believe it. Honestly, at some points, I just can't believe it. It's so funny.
Oh, I can't either.
But anyways, we're at an hour 40. So we're going to wrap it up for today's episode of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Any parting words, my boys?
Wrap it before you tap it. Am I right, Varney?
That's my boy. He's learning. Where's the roasted channel points redeem? I'll have to add that. My Twitch was actually, I used to stream video games and such. I have not I just rebranded my name, but like I've actually not touched anything else on my Twitch. So everything needs to be updated. So I'll get all that stuff updated. We'll have it for some point in the future. I can't say next time for sure, but definitely some point in the future.
Last words from me. Bandai, do better with Digimon. That's all.
Always. I mean, that's all we ever want. That's all we ever ask. Parting words from me. We did record. Oh, how could we not? We said we sucked at locals, but we forgot to shout out our boy Ian for winning. So Ian, if you listen this far into the podcast, we love you. I'm sorry. Our boy Ian won locals with Raid War Greymon. We did a deck profile, he and I. I have to edit it still. I have not gotten around to editing it, but you can expect that hopefully this week. I would really hope this week. RIP sponsors, but I'm glad I was free to chill and watch this secret stream.
Secret stream.
Also, if you guys are streaming your locals again, I'll try to catch it. Yeah. So the intention is to stream every Sunday. Our locals start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's our intention. As long as I'm there, I'll stream it. Can't wait to dox him. Oh man, yeah, you're gonna have fun with that video. But yeah, shout out to our boy Ian for winning. Expect the deck profile soon. For those of you listening this far into the podcast or live on Twitch right now, I said at the beginning, if you guys could follow us on Twitter at DigiGuard United. I put in my application to be a coach on Metafy, so I would super appreciate if you guys could vouch for me, only if you think that I might be a good coach, you think I have stuff that I can teach y'all, or anything along those lines, or maybe you just want some one-on-one sessions with me. That's cool too. And last but not least, join the Discord. We are still waiting on our playmat commission, so I will hit up our artist, see what's going on with that. And then we can start getting some tournaments going soon, because we will start printing playmats for prizing for y'all. I'm also have some other stuff I'm working on. Won't disclose it yet, but do have other merch in the works, both TCG and non-TCG related. So be on the lookout for that, and you can keep up to date with all of that by joining the Discord, and also following us on Twitter. So that all being said, thank you guys for listening to this episode of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Can you teach people to stop overthinking? I'll try. Why don't you vouch for me to be a coach? I'll try.
Slow players. Am I right?
I can definitely teach about slow play, but topic for another day. Thank you guys for listening, and until we catch you guys the next time, peace out.
Peace.
Catch y'all on the next one.